Understanding spread syntax in JavaScript. Introduction to spread syntax. Welcome everyone. Today we're going to look into a feature of JavaScript known as the spread syntax. This feature, represented by 3 dots, allows us to expand iterables like arrays and strings into individual elements in contexts where multiple elements or arguments are expected. It's a feature that not only simplifies our code, but also enhances its readability and efficiency. By the end of this session, you should have a good understanding of how to use spread syntax in various scenarios and understand the power in your JavaScript toolkit. What is spread syntax? So let's dive deeper into what spread syntax is. In its essence, spread syntax allows us to spread out elements of an iterable, such as an array or a string, into an individual elements. This can be incredibly useful in various situations, such as when passing an array of values to a function expecting separate arguments, or when constructing new arrays or objects. The syntax itself is straightforward, using 3 consecutive dots followed by the iterable object. So you can see that this simple notation can be applied in functions. As you can see from this example, we have this iterable object. For this example is an array, and we are calling this in function. And here is array literal example. And we can also do this in object literals to make our code more expressive and less cluttered. Spread syntax in functions. So let's look at how spread syntax can be utilized in functions. Say you have an array of arguments that you want to pass to a function. Traditionally, you might use the apply method or index into the array. With spread syntax, you can simplify this process by just prefixing your array with ... 3 dots. This will expand the array into individual arguments, fitting perfectly into the function call. It's a cleaner and more intuitive ways to pass an array of values as separate arguments to a function. So here, if we look at this example, you have this function, my function, and my function receives 3 parameters, x, y, z, and we have args of an array of size 3. We can just use spread syntax to expand arguments into individual argument. And we can even apply multiple spreads in function call. So we have another my function that receives 5 parameters, and we have 2 args array. And when we call my function, we can provide parameter manually and then call multiple spreads. Spread syntax in array literals. So spread syntax allows us to create new arrays by incorporating elements from an existing array without the need for methods like concat or push. You can place spread elements anywhere within the new array literal, and you can use it multiple times. This feature provides powerful tool for combining arrays or inserting elements in a concise and readable manner. Spread syntax in object literals. Just as with arrays, you can use the spread syntax to combine properties from existing objects into new objects. This is particularly useful for merging objects or cloning them with modification. It's important to note that this is a shallow copy, similar to how spread syntax works with arrays. However, it is an incredibly useful feature for tasks like updating object properties or combining multiple sources of data into a single object. Practical example. So let's solidify our understanding with some more examples. So here is an example that shows how spread syntax can be used to copy arrays and merge objects, merge or concatenate arrays, merge objects, and it can also be used for dynamic function calls. Caveats and limitations. So while spread syntax is versatile, there are some limitations I want you to keep in mind. Not all objects are iterable. That means spread syntax won't work with them in the context of arrays or function arguments. And also remember that spread objects is a shallow operation which might not be suitable for all use cases, especially when dealing with nested objects. And when using spread syntax with function calls, be mindful of the potential to exceed the JavaScript engine's argument length limit. So let's look at this example. We have an object that has property key1, and in key1 we have value 1. Because this object is not iterable, using this dot 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 notation would give a type error saying that object is not iterable. And then here is an example of argument length limit. So if you create a new array that had with size 10,000, and this large array has 10,000 zeros, if we call this my function with spread syntax, so we're providing 10,000 arguments. Depending on your JavaScript engine, you could end up getting argument length limit. Conclusion. In conclusion, spread syntax is a powerful feature in JavaScript that can simplify and enhance your code. It allows more intuitive array and object manipulation and makes function calls more flexible, and overall helps with writing cleaner and more concise code. So I encourage everybody to start integrating spread syntax into your JavaScript projects, and try, if you already have existing code, try refactoring existing code and see how it can improve your coding practices. Thank you.